Danira.
Present.
There is a hot breath on your face. Giant fangs the size of your thumbs are reaching to grasp the bottom of your jaw and the top of your head as an enormous panther leans its entire body weight upon you, its paws pressing down on your shoulders. Your hands barely keep the beast's jaws wrenched open. What do you do?
Try to kick it off me.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I can do this. Attack. It's not great.
That's a 7.
Yeah.
The beast holds you in place. You continuing to... Oh no, what will happen when your hands get closer together? What will happen when the beast begins to eat your face? And with that, let's roll initiative, guys. Let's do a little something here. I'm going to give the audience a chance to see the battle map briefly. So, here we go. Did that not work? No, it did work. It worked perfectly. Thank goodness. All of you find yourselves walking down a path in the southeastern part of the Empire. For a brief moment, you thought it might be a peaceful transit through the area. The four of you, for various reasons, making your way eastward to places unknown. But as the light of the sun was beginning to sink behind the mountains, a stray cloud casts a shadow over what would soon be a battlefield. Kithrix? Is it actually going to work? Yes. No? Yes? That's you? You can't see anything around you because you don't have dark vision.
Yeah,
and your token reflects that. Yeah. Welcome, friends. This is the new meta. We're using Foundry. What do I gotta do to turn the initiative tracker on? Sorry, I'm very new to...
Just select all the tokens you want and then click on the little cross swords icon to add them all to the initiative tracker.
Fantastic.
To the encounter tracker.
I definitely showed up here today completely prepared for this particular battle.
You just wanted to know if we knew how to do it, just in case.
Guys on here. What is this? Is it really not showing your cool icon, Guineria? That's crazy.
I see my icon. I don't... Oh, not up there. No.
Not up there, no.
Yeah, no, it needs to be added to D20.
Can you guys roll your own initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. You may want to throw some dice here.
Wow, natural 20.
That's a good start. That's a good start. All right. This has reordered us. Let me go get my enemies for you all.
So, Bearded, if you at the very top, you should see like inventory, spells, etc. Utility has roll initiative, and that will actually add you into the. That'll actually apply it to the combat track. There we go.
Way worse. That's okay. I got a big panther on me anyway.
So, let me describe the area around you. You are on a somewhat widened, it would be very hesitant to even call it a dirt path. If a wagon rut had ever been created here, it's long gone now, as it has been worn down into maybe a dusty path. There are numerous shrubs, trees, and bushes that dot the area, and exposed rocks which have yet to have been brought out. Some of you may see panthers approaching from the distance. A yellow area in the grass indicates a 5-foot terrain elevation, and a lighter green area above that is 10 feet. The panthers are going first. And, okay, I guess it is the ghost panther. So one panther that looks quite different from the others. It is a albino panther with red eyes. Rushes out... Here, I need my handy dandy calculator so I can make this look good. Neo Buzzard. Hey, bud.
So
What's
is it
up?
nighttime?
It is dusk, and the sun is setting, and a cloud has strayed over to cause it to turn into night where that cloud is. The perfect time
Okay,
to attack.
so it is pitch black where we are, so I can't see it all.
Correct. This is as far as the Ghost Panther gets. That would make it the regular Panther's turn. They are going to... Hold on. How do I pass a turn here, James? You have me get all these fancy things. How do I indicate that that Panther's turn is over? Do I just go down the list, maybe?
Yeah, you can just move it on the token on the combat encounter tracker. Just move to the next person. Click on the next person. Move in line.
Panther. Several of you may now see Panthers approaching from every direction.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I definitely see one for
There they
sure.
are.
My guy, my good friend, my main man, Tanira, who in fact is not Bearded is my main man. Tanira is my main monk. You are being eaten.
Ow.
Let's see how it goes. It's bite time. Those jaws do not slam shut on a natural one. It gets some of it. It gets a little taste of your fingers. Its tongue hits your face. It's slobbering on you, and then your fingers slip out, and it just headbutts you and falls to the ground like a cat that has failed in a maneuver, and briefly runs in a circle before setting itself again, pretending none of that happened, and preparing to eat you again very shortly.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we will see about that. That will make it Kithrix.
So, since there's a chance that a cloud could make it pitch black at dusk, could I have lit a torch?
I'll buy
Or do I
that.
need to light?
No, I'll buy that.
All right. Could you give me torchlight, please?
How do I do that? Again,
Right click on
this
or go to my token settings, go to light, and give me 20 foot of bright and 40 foot of dim.
go to your token. I don't normally use this much. Let's say you fumbled the torch out just as the panther started attacking. How about that?
Okay. So I will drop it to the ground where I'm standing and then draw my bow and take a shot at one of them. Probably the one that's on Tanira, if that's all right.
Sure. It has a bit of cover through Tanira.
What will the cover translate to?
+2 AC, I believe, for half person cover
Okay.
like this. I forgot to do this. Boom. There you go, friends. There's that overlay art for you. A 19. What's your style of bow attack here? How do you fire this arrow?
I mean, I have a hip quiver, so it's just drawing from the hip and then racking off a shot at the panther.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad. It is a painful shot. 6 points of damage. The arrow skids down the shoulder of the panther, drawing like a clawing mark of blood. What else you got, Kid?
So was that the Ghost Panther or was that not the Ghost Panther?
No, the Ghost Panther is the one that's barely visible down here.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
That's why
I'm
it's
done.
Ghost. Yep. Okay. That will bring us next to Gwyneria.
Hello.
Hello.
Seeing that there's a panther in front of me, I am going to use. Let's break it out big. Let's do Thunder Wave. It's a nice first
Ooh.
All
action.
right, let's do it. Let's slam it down big style.
Level 1, 3 slot. Cast spell.
Where are you originating this cube?
I'm originating it. I'm doing this here. So I'm just catching it. I don't think I can only catch one.
Yeah,
from
I
what
think
I can
so too.
see.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
So I'm
3
just-
by 3 square.
And I'm just blasting it in front of me.
Perfect.
Right that.
I don't know who did that, but that was beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to make a saving throw, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I have the I have the Panther selected. It'll use the Panthers. We're on the next level of D&D, ladies and gentlemen. 16, so I am going to take half.
5 damage.
And I am not pushed away.
No. Damn.
5 damage is still considerable. Let me ask you real quick, Cornelia.
What does Thunderwave look like?
What is your spell cast? Listen, we know what Thunderwave looks like. We can read D&D Beyond spell descriptions. What does your spell casting look like?
Spell casting. Well, for Thunderwave, it's since it's both verbal and somatic, I think that it is. There's a clap like that.
I saw this on She-Hulk, yeah.
Yeah. So, like She-Hulk.
It doesn't have to be
But
exactly like... I'm going to meme a lot, Lauren. You better be ready for this.
You meme as much as you need. So I think for this, I'm gonna push.
Okay. The Panther is not pushed back. It's a four-legged creature that digs itself in and refuses to bow to your wishes here. But its fur is ruffled. Like, the first wave does that thing where you vacuum cleaner a cat and right down it, and then this is not a happy beast right here. You know, speaking of people who aren't happy, Godric Deepbottom. What do you have, my fine fellow? You don't know any of these people around you. There's panthers everywhere. This is not the life of a dwarf at all.
Right?
So it's your
how
life.
often do I really see a panther?
This might be the first time you've ever seen a panther. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. I
They're
can
not
see
native
that.
to the dwarven minds for sure.
Yeah. So I can see that our bard just thunderclapped this one down below me, right?
Correct. A nice use of the ping.
Oh, thank you. Thunderclap doesn't persist in the area. Like I can run down there and right. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna move Godric down, and he'll try to make an attack on that panther.
Okay. Talk to me about your weapon and your fighting style.
His fighting style looks out of place out in the open. It looks like he's used to using like a wall or something, having something far sturdier either beside him or behind him. So like one side is wide open, but the other side is like overprotected while he swings his it's like it looks like an old mining pick, but the handle or haft on it has been remade with some kind of like metal, probably something you'd see on like a mace or an axe.
Let me ask, just because I'm a dad tonger. You know, I've been grilling a lot. You got to do the clicker clackers. When you pull your war pick out, do you do that thing where you twist it and then catch it while it's twisting?
Absolutely.
Okay, just making sure we've got that Lord of the Rings slow-mo shot before you bring it down.
That's
Now
also-
all you have to do is nail this dice roll.
So as he pulls it out, he has to look at it and then like spin it in his hand so it like helicopters on one side, and then he readies it for the attack.
Okay.
That's the only way you know if it works or not.
Exactly.
Yeah, hit me with that bad boy under your inventory.
Inventory, war pick,
Attack.
and then I click attack.
We should attack. That looks good so far. Yeah, that's
And-
solid. That's a good number.
All right. I'm
For
going
that
to
damage?
assume the 18 hits.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
This
There we
panther is
Oops.
not looking good. All right. This panther is deeply injured and is reconsidering its life choices in the last 30 seconds. Tanira, you've been through a lot. An arrow just flew over your shoulder. Before that, you had a tongue on you. And before that, you were almost eaten by a panther. We're just
True.
working backwards there.
Am I still on the ground at the moment, or have I gotten up at this point?
I think you're up with the panther.
Okay.
Like the both of you dusted yourselves off and got up.
Gotcha. Yeah, get all the panther saliva off of me. I'm definitely gonna do some maneuvers, just kind of dance around real quick, and then I'm just gonna attack. I'm just gonna axe kick to the head.
Perfect. While he's making that roll, I want to mention all this character art you see was drawn by the guy that's up there. That's bearded jalapeno art right there.
Hey.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. You
Nice.
almost with the 20. The die
I know.
rolled
It
back
would've been
on you,
nice.
but 19 is still good.
It's a solid number. Let's see
what's
what we got
your
here.
so axe kick, huh? That's what we're going
Yeah.
for. All right.
Mhm.
You solidly bring it down on the panther's body, giving it a nice little crush there. It's not happy about that. It's heavily wounded. Anything else you want to do?
Can I?
We've got some
flurry?
options here. I think
Yeah.
monks can, as a bonus action, attack once with their offhand,
Okay.
and then you can use flurry of blows instead to attack 2 more times with a key point. Is that right?
Yes, I believe
Yes.
so. Let's do flurry of blows.
Okay. So you get 2 more attacks. What's your follow-up here?
So she's gonna use the momentum of the kick to flip herself around and do another fucking axe kick.
Well, this one breaks this creature. It is smashed into the ground and does not get back up.
Gotcha.
It's down permanently.
Cool. Can I move to another one, or am I spent at the moment?
You have 30 or 35 feet of movement, I believe.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. I want to get here.
So the rocks are difficult terrain.
Okay.
I think you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you can get here if you move through Kithtrix.
Okay.
What do you do anything as you pass Kithtrix? Someone who's literally just shot an arrow
Yeah.
and nearly
Like,
missed you.
watch where you're aiming those things, and I'll just kind of flip around her.
Imagine it's. I hate to meme too hard. I don't, but I imagine it's like those people who unnecessarily parkour around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have 1 final attack as the end of your flurry
All
of
right.
blows.
Yeah.
That is not going to cut it.
That's not going to cut it.
Now that
Yeah.
we made it through a full round of combat, let me just thank tonight's musical artist, Drummer Boy, for having written a nice little chiptunes battle theme here. There it goes. Okay, I was worried. All right, it's Panther time. Got some Panthers. Yeah, let's start with Tanira.
Didn't I just go?
Yeah, I'm going to eat you now.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm attacking you
Gotcha.
with the Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Strategic attack.
I'm familiar.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm thinking
yeah,
an 18 is going to be a pretty solid hit there.
for sure.
That's a 6.
That's gonna hurt.
The Panther finishes what its partner could not. It leaps up on top of you. It starts biting into your arm, like your upper right arm, deeply. Blood comes out. It is not pretty. There's a shock and a pain to it. It clamps down and only lets go once you've shaken it free. Panther number 2 is gonna disengage and move at a panther-like speed away from you.
Seven.
As it moves, can I make an opportunity attack against it?
Disengaged.
Okay.
It did it specifically to prevent you from doing the exact thing you wanted to do.
Gotcha.
The Ghost Panther, however, will give you an opportunity to do something in a moment. The Albino Panther sneaks up behind you, Godric. And I'm gonna. What's your passive perception, real quick?
Let me look. Probably not high.
You're looking for a 13.
It's an 11.
Okay. You are surprised when it bounces on you. Pretty shocking.
Indeed.
Good thing not much of your AC is based on your decks.
You are surprised when a large claw slaps you on the butt and does not, in fact, penetrate your armor. That solid dwarven make, your incredibly sound constitution, it doesn't penetrate. You turn and you see an albino panther looking with almost human-like intelligence, surprised that that didn't work, as it sort of vanishes. It's like it's mimicking the ground around it.
Did it just like go team me?
Yes, it go-teamed you with a palm the size of your face and claws the size of your fingers.
I think when I see it disappear, or when Godric sees it disappear, he like turns in the direction he last saw it and kind of mutters to himself, well, that's a neat trick.
Okay, Kithtrix. It's back around to you.
I think as the Nero goes past, I'm in the process of saying, which we own these things. But then, can I see the Ghost Panther with a 16 passive?
You don't need a passive. It's doing weird stuff, but it's no longer stealthing through the brush.
Okay.
It has revealed itself, like the Sith.
All right. I will try taking a shot at the Ghost Panther.
Yeah. $24. That's, yeah.
Good roll, good roll.
Okay, I'm going to designate it as my favored foe. And then I'm going to damage it.
Heck yeah, you are. This is that time where you roll a 1 for damage. No, you did not. Okay.
Holy crap.
The Ghost Panther is done for. You fire an arrow, and it's some real the hunter call of the wild stuff. In one side, out the other. Probably right through the liver. It doesn't immediately perish, but is unable to act anymore, and will certainly fail all of its death saving throws very shortly. Wow. Incredible shot. Gwyneria.
Yes.
Arrows, axes, pickaxes, fists. Crazy stuff is happening all around you. Are these the heroes you've come looking for?
They certainly seem capable. Maybe it would be good to join with them. I don't know. So far, so good. So what? But there's still a panther left to deal with.
There is.
And I'm not about to let everyone else have the glory. I am going to use dissonant whispers on it.
I wish I had a theme prepped for really weird stuff. I'm gonna have that ready next time around.
Yes.
I do have a little something for later.
Oh, okay.
Not for you. But for someone. I got some weird shit. Yeah. Let's see
So
here.
it needs to make a DC 13 wisdom save.
It does so with a natural 20.
Oh. I'm not even going to roll the damage then.
I mean, it still takes half damage.
Oh.
It just doesn't have to move away from you. I'm glad you rolled that damage. All right, this isn't peanuts here. All right.
Yes.
All right, so 5 points of damage after the halving.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you'd like to do?
As a bonus action, I could use my healing word.
You have already cast a spell.
Oh, okay. True. Never mind then.
If you had a bonus action cantrip, you could cast that.
No, they're all regular action cantrips. Oh.
Welcome to spell economy.
Yeah.
This is why warlocks succeed where others have failed. No,
I'm just gonna hold ground.
I am curious. I kind of passed over it. What are the whispers you send?
It's truly Tirara Ninaras.
Okay, so we've got that classic elven scary
Yes.
stuff. All
Yeah.
right. Are you photo negative when it happens, or
No.
right.
No.
haven't reached
Do
that
you
level?
want to
yet?
go full Gladriel?
It's level 20.
Godric.
Oof. Yes.
You are slapped in the butt by a panther, and then the panther dies.
Good game.
I like that trick better.
What do you want to do here?
So that one's the one behind me is dead, right?
Correct.
What is my range to get up? This one is still alive, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
And with difficult
25
terrain,
feet.
you can, with 30 foot of movement, you can move exactly there.
I don't have 30 foot of movement anymore. I
That
have
is-
25.
That is too far for you then.
So I would end
I'm
up
up short.
there, wouldn't I?
Sorry. So it's
Really?
1, 2, 3, then
Right there.
yeah.
Okay.
That's your 4, 5.
Let's see. I guess I'll move up there. That's about all I can do.
Dwarfs are natural sprinters.
Tanira. Oh,
yes.
sorry. Did you have something else?
Nope.
You seem
That
like
was
you were all right. Tanira.
Yeah, gonna do the good old attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna get here first. And just flurry of blows. Not flurry of blows, just on arm strike.
You can just start with unarmed strike and decide to
Yeah.
do flurry of blows after if you. All right, roll that attack. Yeesh.
Nice.
What is this group? Come on, guys. I get that the Panthers are saving against the spells, but could you chill a little? All right. It is bloodied by this unarmed strike. The damage is not great for Panther health.
Yeah, my arm's kind of messed up. It's not doesn't have the full,
You punch a panther in the face. You feel something loosen the jaw. The panther looks stunned for a moment before swaying back. So, you've got a couple of options here. There's a scattering of different bonus actions you can take. Or if you don't want to spend a key, you can just use a bonus action to use your offhand punch,
Yeah, let's just do
which
the
is it.
offhand punch.
It should be the one that's like plus unarmed attack in your inventory to represent the fact that it's
Plus unarmed.
right. You should have
Right.
two unarmed.
If you look at it on the usage column, it's got one bonus action.
Yes.
The usage.
You've got unarmed attack, unarmed strike, which is one action, unarmed strike, which is one bonus action in your
one-
inventory.
Yeah, inventory.
with
The
the
one with the
plus?
plus is your bonus action.
Oh, that's what I've been using. Whoops.
Well, give it another whirl then.
All right, let's do it. One cross, one uppercut. Oh, come on.
You go to uppercut the panther, and you are too tall to uppercut a panther that is
Yeah.
not on your body. Like you get down on the ground level. Your monk training is good, but you're not that good to.
Not uppercut a panther level.
Your abs cooperate. Your arm does not.
It could be like
One panther will flee, and it will flee at a speed faster than any of you can catch up with it because it's moving 100 feet around and is now out of sight range. The other panther is going to disengage as well and move 50 feet, although it has to go uphill first. What makes for here? If you don't want to give chase, these guys are gone. If you do want to give chase, we continue. What say you?
I'm not pursuing.
Yeah, I'm not going to pursue.
No.
I'm good. Just let out a roar. Ah!
That's a pretty good time to roar. You're
So-
victorious.
That's all I got to do.
Some say that at the start of a D&D podcast or actual play show, you should let people know what sets it apart from others. This has nothing different from anything you've ever seen before. This is generic fantasy adventure. It has no standouts. There is nothing different. You know exactly what you're going to get when you watch this. I've got nothing for you in that regard. It is an age of magicules, of great change, of things discovered from long ago and discoveries new that have never been before. The winds blow down from the north cleft. They soar over the 7 towers of 8. They make their way across the Empire, a relatively new development. The winds sail beside a majestic airship as they continue to make their way south, south, and south evermore, passing over dwarven mines, under goblin caves, before finally arriving in the southeastern empire near a lonely mountain peak. We find our 4 heroes, travelers who are all tasked with individual jobs and missions, surrounded by dead panthers, blood, and the grass of the 3 villages in this area, whose villagers appear to be heading from the 3 paths around you to see just what has happened. Some of them seem deathly concerned that you all may be dead or dying when they see the panthers, and then they notice the panthers are not moving. It will be some time, several minutes, before they make their way close enough to hold a non-screaming conversation with you, however. Is there anything the 4 of you want to do now that you're here and have a little bit of time to yourselves?
I think I opened up like the top of my satchel and a little blue reptilian head sticks out. I'm like, it's okay. They're all gone now.
Last week, this creature was small enough to fit in your palm. Now it is large enough that it sits uncomfortably on your shoulder and licks the side of your face. Perhaps to get some of your salty sweat? Do any of you speak Draconic?
I don't think so.
I know the answer to that. It's no.
No.
I'm asking to make a point. The creature says something in a language you don't understand as it looks imperiously at all of you. Sena Turamontas. And then it makes like a mewling noise and bounces its shoulder against Kithtrix's head.
I reach into a pouch and pull out a handful of red berries and offer them to the tiefling. These might help your arm.
Thank you. I'm just gonna sit down and kind of rub it all over there.
No. Eat them. Eat.
Oh. So thank you.
This is the good berry spell?
It's good berry, yes.
It's a good berry. Welcome to good berry. Can I take your order?
So for every berry you eat, you get 1 hit point back. And you feel
okay.
as if you have a full day's food and water, I believe.
Wow.
I have a total of 10 berries. So
Okay. How many did you give me?
as many as you want to take, as many as you didn't already rub into the wound.
Oh, there's
8.
at least 2 in there already.
Yeah, at least 2. So I got like what, 6?
8. There's 8 left if you need them. How many hit points are you missing?
I think I'm missing 8.
Okay. You eat all of them.
Okay.
You are fairly certain that there is going to be a fiber problem with you later.
It is what it is.
AP,
Yes.
can I take a look at the 2? Did the ghost panther remain, or did it run away?
Oh, it's super dead.
Okay, cool. I would just like to take a look at the 2 dead panthers. I'm just curious if there are any signs that they are just wild panthers, or are they trained?
Animal handling or medicine.
Okay. I'm going to go with the same either way for me. I think animal handling is more what I was looking for. Yeah,
You're not sure.
mediocre.
Panthers are not indigenous to this region. That's usually
They're not
a
wearing
key
collars, for
giveaway.
example.
The ghost panther, you see signs of magic upon it. It's almost certainly some sort of animal companion or familiar.
So, hello. I'm Kithtrix.
Oh, hello. Hello, Kithtrix. It's wonderful to meet you. Everyone is all right, I hope.
I'm going to
Quite
say,
unusual.
Yeah, I'm out of berries. I turn out like a pocket to demonstrate. I'm out of berries.
Sorry.
I think Gottrik's going to look around at everybody and ask if everyone's okay and alive.
For now, yes. I'm gonna have a great scar after this.
Oh, scars can be taken care of. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Unless you
I'm just
want a
gonna-
scar.
Get my arrows. What's the percentage chance they've broken or lost again after?
50%.
50%. Okay.
As the four of you are standing here somewhat awkwardly waiting for the villagers to come to you, someone just walks out from behind a tree with like a handful of local plants and begins gesturing towards the dwarf. They also appear to be a dwarf. They are wearing a mushroom cap, an apron over like full body armor. It might be a dwarven woman. It's hard to tell. Dwarven. Some say there are no dwarven women, depending on the beards. They do have a ladle, and they're pointing it at Godric and gesturing to the herbs. They do, however, appear to be transparently see-through and faintly tinged in green.
I think Godric would kind of like shrug, and kind of like the way you would expect like a teenager when they were just scolded.
I mean, you are being scolded by your mother right now.
Yes. Would put his weapon away and go over and start like gathering some of the herbs.
Someone has planted some wonderful, like, wild onions and some garlic here, perhaps specifically for passerbys to grab, just in case they're hungry. As you get down on your hands and knees to pull them up, your mother is nearby, pointing to which ones are good and which ones you shouldn't go to.
I mean, I'll take her advice. Do what.
For the rest of you, you're literally watching a dwarf listen to a. There's no talking. There's just a ghost standing over this dwarven man.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think the dwarf is haunted.
Was that loud enough for me to hear that?
Yeah, definitely. I only have one volume.
He seems nice enough.
I think I would shout over my shoulder. You don't know the half of it.
Can I
You'll
harvest
have to
some of
tell
the-
us all about that. That seems so fascinating and wonderful. Oh yes.
In time. We'll get there.
Tanir, what do you got? You want to harvest?
Yeah, some of the larger fangs from the panthers.
Oh, absolutely. Please make a survival check.
Yes.
So you can get anyone else's name.
As I walk away, Tanera, it's nice to meet you.
As I'm like wrestling an onion out of the ground, I shout over my shoulder, Godric.
And I am Guineria Leafwind. It is a pleasure.
I'll give you a choice. You can either one of the two panthers are going to be unrecoverable for those teeth,
Yeah.
but you can either take the ghost panther or the one that tried to eat you initially.
The one that tried to eat me initially.
Okay, yeah, you've got those upper and lower panther jaw fangs.
Sick. Use these later.
So the three of you are watching Tanira like just rip some teeth out of the panther. Pure strength.
So I know how to like tan hides if you wanted to like get stuff out in a more normal way. Just offering.
Oh no, the teeth are just fine, thank you.
I think hearing that, Godric would walk over to the albino one that go teamed my butt. Would like grab it by the scruff of its neck and just begin dragging it towards James, I forget your character's name.
Kithtrix.
Kithtrix. Would just start dragging it towards Kithtrix.
Okay, yeah. It's about this time that villagers begin showing up from every direction, and the first to approach is like a brave-seeming younger man, human with sort of sun-dried skin and like wild, windswept brown hair. dirt on his face. Hello?
Hello, human. Hello.
Hello, elf? Are we addressing each other by our racial designators?
No, but I don't know your name. So I'm Guineria. It is wonderful to meet you. How are you today?
I don't know. Honestly, it's a pleasure probably to meet you, Guineria. I am Farwell. You were attacked by the Panthers, yes?
Oh, yes, but
You defeated
We're all
them and
okay.
you're all fine.
yes. Well, we are not. I suppose we are not strangers to violence, and
You're
we know
not
how
strangers to
protect us.
violence. Are you also here to demand tithing?
What? Tithing? Who's spending tithing? Is something troubling you?
The
Are these
bandit
Panthers
king
tough?
of the Western Wastes. These are his servants, Panthers. He sent them to remind us to send him. Do you not know where you are?
No.
Tell us of your wonderful village.
Yes,
Well, we're called Three Villages because there's three villages.
Tell us of your wonderful villages.
Listen, I'd love to tell you of how wonderful the village is, but I should probably let everyone know what's going. I'm not really certain, but I just want to make sure people aren't scared. If you've truly driven off the Panthers, you may be exactly what we were looking for. Are you perchance mercenaries?
I walk up and say, "Does anybody have water?" And I just have blood all over my hands.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. What was your name?
Tanira.
Yeah, he
nice
just
to
shakes
meet
your
you.
hand with the blood on it and goes,
Oh,
yes, Tarwell. I will see that food and water and strong drink if you want it.
Oh,
Yes.
strong drink.
Yes, a strong drink.
I will bring the chiefs to come speak to you. And of course, our wisdom. Please, wait here. Wait here.
Before he
I think
runs
there's
off,
some
I wanna
stumps over
ask
there
him-
you can sit on. It's not very comfortable, but we don't have much. Excuse me, 1 minute.
Before he runs off, I want to ask him what these villages need mercenaries for. Like I've gathered.
He's
so
definitely
much
going to let
that they-
someone else explain that. This is
Okay,
He's not
this
the
is
guy.
way above his job.
gotcha.
His job was making sure you weren't here to also take over the village.
To murder them.
Yeah, Tarwell runs off, and several minutes later, from every direction, there's like a signaled whistling. And when the whistling begins, everyone in the area seems to relax. Villagers begin coming over. Some of them have brought wineskins. Some of them have brought buckets of water.
Ooh, yeah.
There's
Definitely taking
some.
those buckets.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just gonna dip my hands in,
One of them offers to
Oh,
just
wow.
dunk a bucket over you if you want to just clean that panther saliva off of you.
That's not a bad idea. Go for it.
It's been a long day travel,
Yeah.
as well.
If we are waiting for them to come back, I will sit down with the corpse that Godric's brought over and start like trying to separate some hide and throw some giblets to Sparky as well as I go. Assuming he's kind of
Sparky loves
carnivorous.
these giblets.
While Kithrix is skinning, I want to like just kind of ask, like while looking at Kithrix, but asking more the group total. Have you guys ever known Panthers to collect tithings?
Well, they said that they work for the bandits, and this one seems like maybe some sort of, I don't know, animal companion or familiar, maybe.
Yeah. They might have been getting the tidings for the Bandit King, and we just kind of stopped them at the moment.
Well-
Also, are we not going to talk about the little dragon that's right here?
Oh, this is Sparky.
The little dragon. It's
The thing was no bigger than my hand, but a couple of days ago.
I think Arthur met my hand. I think this is the first time we've met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first time you guys have met.
Got it.
It's now the size of a large cat sitting on Kithrix's shoulder. Kithrix, by the way, is a halfling, so that's a pretty large cat comparatively.
It's a Maine Coon.
But look, I'm happy to help out these villagers with their bandit problem, and if stopping the bandits involves getting anything from the high shelf, I could really use some help from one of you. I don't know if we want to do this.
Oh, helping people
yeah.
is a wonderful and noble thing. Yes, we should do it. Absolutely.
I don't care either way.
The world could always use a little more good in it.
It'll make a fantastic story.
Godric, well, people are bringing over hard cheese and that old, stale, crusty bread.
Oof.
One of them gets a whiff of those ears and moves away from you instinctually from the smell. Word begins passing around among the villagers that you smell like death.
Oof. I don't really know how Godric would respond to that. I think at this point he'd be more or less just used to it.
Used to being an exile and an outcast.
Yeah, pretty much. I think anyone who's brave enough to come near him, he's just very like polite and cordial. But I don't think he's at a point where he's going out of his way to try to make friends.
That's too bad for you, because the villagers here are all wanting to be friends with each and every one of you in their own way. There is some... Oh, Tanira? No? All right. The most socially outgoing and yet oblivious to social cues continue to approach Tanira while being rejected. Everyone else, though, you are shown hospitality and gratitude for taking care of the Panther menace, and there is perhaps something like hope, maybe something they haven't had for a little while.
Is there passing out like the stale bread? Could I like pull out some bread that I had made earlier and just start like trying to share it with them because it's fresh and not stale?
They would love to counter share some. Listen, this is a great trade for them.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the one thing I'm doing to try to I guess try to be personable.
What type of bread are we talking about here? Like rice, sourdough, leavened, unleavened, pizza dough, like
a cinnamon swirl bread. It's more of like a sweet desserty.
I have so many questions as to where you got the ingredients for this and what you cooked it in, but those can be answered later.
Dutch oven.
Yeah, all right, you got me there. That's a good answer. 2 men and 2 women approach you. 3 of them appear to be chiefs, and one of them appears to be a cleric of some kind, given her robes. And she also has the traditional clerical vestment of like a long sash shawl, which comes together into a holy symbol. So it's kind of like a super cravat for those who like old-timey clothes.
Fantastic fashion choice. Oh, yes.
It's pretty good. The chiefs basically step aside. They are here to be seen by their people. The wisdom approaches the 4 of you and sits on the ground, cross-legged, and gestures for you all to join near her. People have set up small campfires, almost as if they're starting a town festival here. Tents are brought, and when I say tents, I don't mean like a camping tent, like a big tarp to be held up by a single pole and then like ropes down so it makes a shelter. The wisdom looks at the 4 of you. Hithtrix, you recognize her holy symbol. You have often sought the counsel of a god. This is that god. She pulls out a long cigarette holder, sorry, and lights it and takes a puff and says, "You have a look about you. A hard look for you, and you as well." She points to Tanira and Godric. "Are you mercenaries? Heroes, adventurers, saints.
Definitely heroes from that list. At least I am. Hero. Yes. I like that.
Mercenaries sometimes.
The traveler.
Oh, haven't really thought of that. Adventurer? Yes. I think that fits.
We have some money. We can repay you your good deed here. Have you a little bit of time to hear my tale?
If you got another wine sack.
She chuckles to that and gestures, and someone brings forward like a drinking horn filled with a deep, dark red that has an incredible bouquet of scents that includes apple and cinnamon.
Thank you so much.
Well, she takes a deep breath and says, "The tale begins several weeks ago." And the screen fades as we begin our first break so that Twitch doesn't hit us with tons and tons of ads. We will be back in about 5 minutes to hear the tale of the wisdom of the three villages. Folks, thank you for joining us so far. Stonar, thank you for the raid. We are going to do outros at the end of all this so you can know who everybody is and what we're all about. But this is Generic Fantasy Adventure, and we'll be back very shortly. Thank you so much for joining us for the launch.